Now, it is the holiday season, and soon school is going to be out for kids across the country. Now, for many of those kids, that means days spent staring at a screen. But a psychiatrist warns that excessive screen time can actually severely disrupt young minds, impacting mood, focus, and even sleep.
And with more children relying on screens for schooling and socializing, parents are struggling. What can be done? NTD's Daniel Monahan has more.
Screens are now part of our everyday lives, but psychiatrist Victoria Dunkley says the constant stimulation is wreaking havoc on young nervous systems.
So it activates the fight or flight pathways, increases stress levels, it desensitizes dopamine or the reward pathways.
Dunkley warns that these hyper-stimulating devices are hard on children's brains, pulling them into a state of hyperarousal, which can have lasting consequences.
And when the child is in that state, their brain kind of shuts down. So they're operating from a more primitive part of the brain, and the frontal lobe, which is the most human part of the brain, kind of shuts down. It gets short-circuited. So that the front part of the brain, the frontal lobe, regulates mood, controls executive functioning, as well as things like impulse control, creativity, and even kindness.
As a result, kids often struggle with focusing, regulating their moods, and are at risk of becoming more anxious or depressed. Screen time also disrupts sleep. Dunkley explains that it's more than just blue light affecting melatonin levels. It's all kinds of artificial light.
So they're wired and tired. They might be sleeping, or it looks like they're sleeping, but they're exhausted. And we also need those deep stages for learning, memory consolidation, processing emotional things that happen throughout the day, kind of cleaning house.
The psychiatrist says parents can help by limiting screen time. She recommends a screen fast on all devices for 4 weeks in the beginning.
And that helps resensitize the dopamine pathways, it resynchronizes the body clock, it lowers the stress hormones so the brain, the blood flow returns to the frontal lobe. And you can literally see within a week or so, you actually can see the child start to change before your eyes. You start to see those changes in their mood. They're smiling more, they make better eye contact, they're happier, they're more relaxed, they go to bed earlier, and you just see them engaging and really being the way they should be in the first place.
And making sure kids get plenty of exercise.
Younger kids really need 2 to 3 hours a day of physical activity. With teens, we want to see them have at least an hour.
Family time is another powerful tool. Screens are competing with the connection kids naturally form with parents.
Those screens are actually competing with attachment pathways. So when parents do one-on-one, and I mean that even for younger kids and for adolescents as well, you're literally rewiring their brain to have those social reward pathways be connected to the parent and not to a device.
Dr. Dunkley also recommends finding like-minded parents ready to go that extra mile to make sure their kids grow up happy and healthy to help make less device time more normal. Daniel Monahan, NTD News.